Hi, this is a demo video that's going to help you go step by step using the computer program RStudio to analyze your data from your seed lab. So the first video is going to be about opening up the program and getting your data into the program. The second small video will be about doing the analysis. So the first thing you need to do is to make a folder on your desktop that's going to be your working folder for R, and you're going to put your data files in there first. So you'll want to download from Google the shared Google file so you can analyze the entire class data set. So by now there should be Group A, Group B, and Group C data all entered into the same spreadsheet. So it will probably end up being over 120 rows long, where the Group A data is stacked over the Group B data is stacked over the Group C data. So when you get to Google, you'll go to File, Download As, and then you're going to save it as a CSV file. So a CSV file format is a plain text file where all the data in each cell is separated or delineated with commas. So I've already created a folder on my desktop called R Work, and I'm going to open that up, and you can see that I have some example data here that I've called NUTS example data, and it's got this file extension called .csv. So when you go to the Google file where everybody's data is at, you'll go to the File menu, you'll select Download As, and you'll select the option for .csv, and it will download the entire class data set as a CSV file. And then you drag it over to your folder. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to open the program RStudio. So I have it as an Applications. If you don't have RStudio on your laptop, remember all of the computers in ASB 115 have RStudio available to them. So while this is booting up, before you do anything, I want you to orient yourself to the parts of this program. Like, what are you seeing? What are the parts that you're actually seeing here? I'm going to close this for now. Okay, so you've got a couple things going on. One of them is the data frame. You can see the cursor here. So when you import your data, it's going to show up in this box. When you make plots or you have other outputs, they're going to show up down here. This console is a really important box. This is where you can type in the code directly and tell R what to do with the data that you have. So this little cursor down here, this blue little arrow, this is where you would actively type things in. So one of the things that you're going to do is you're going to tell R where your files are. So this is called setting the working directory. So you tell the program where your working files are located, and then that's where the information is going to go. So you make sure your files are placed into your working directory, and you double check to make sure that your working directory is set, so all of your R work will be in the same folder. So I'm going to do that here. So the way that you set your working directory is you come into this window. Under the Files tab, there's a little box here with 3 little dots, and it says Go to Directory. So you click on that, and for me, my folder where I have my R work is on my desktop. So I highlight that and open it, and here you can see that now it's referring to Home Desktop R work. So I know that my directory is currently set. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to import your data from your CSV file. So you go to the File menu, you select Import Dataset, and then you select the From CSV option. So I'm going to browse on my desktop to my R work folder, and I'm going to open up, this is my sample data. And this automatically senses the types of data that you've got, and it makes a guess at basically what each of them is. So when it says character in both group and damaged, character refers to letters, so alphanumeric. So if you have words, they would be listed as character. Integer means that it's a whole number, so you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's correct because that's the seed number. And here for area and mass, we're looking at numeric data. So I'm going to select here that I want it to be numeric data. So it's categorizing all of my data correctly. Each variable name is correct. And it does say that my data are comma delimited. So now I'm going to hit import. And lo and behold, your information, as you can see, is up here in the data frame. So by using these menus, it's already typed in some of this information down here for you. So RStudio is a menu-driven way of doing this software. Okay, so before we begin actually doing the data analysis, we have to tell RStudio which data set we're actively working on. And for this, you're going to use the attach command and the name of the file that you just imported. So at the arrow prompt, you type attach, and then open parenthesis, and then I start typing the name of the data set, and it already pops it up there for you. So in my example, it's nuts example data, and then hit return. So by doing that command, it's telling R, this is the data set that I'm working with. So I'm going to stop this part now and then create another video for actually doing your data analysis.